Okay, let's talk about needle valves or flow control valve. That is pretty much the same name for the same valve. It's either needle valve or flow control. It's just the way that people choose to call it. If we have a website over here in the section where it says flow control, and then you have the download PDF, and that will give you the catalog for those valves. You make a click on it, you do a click, and then it'll give you a PDF, and you can download it over here. You can see more details of the options of these valves. Basically, you have two styles, one with a check valve and the other one without the check valve. So let's zoom in a little bit and check out the hydraulic schematic. We see the hydraulic schematic. This is with the check valve. How it works is basically you have flow coming in this direction, and then over here you have a restriction. The restriction is going to create some pressure. The flow is going to try to go this way and say, you know, there's some pressure over here, some restriction. I'm going to try to go the other way in this direction. It finds a check valve. The check valve has no restriction. You push it out this way, and there's no spring on the back of this valve, so the flow goes in this direction at very minimum pressure. So it's less pressure than going through the restriction of the flow control. So in this direction, it can go through the relief, and it's okay. It's like a free flow. Now, if you had the flow coming in the other direction, coming this way, and so you come over here and you find the same restriction again, but then you go here and you find the check valve in this direction. The check valve is closed. There's no fluid coming crossing this side, so it has to go through the restriction of the flow control. People do that, engineers do that. If you want, for example, to slow down the speed of extension or retraction of a cylinder, if you want to slow down the RPM of a hydraulic motor, you put a restriction in the system, and for whatever reason that you want to do that, that's a way to do it. You know, you can do it as a meter in. That means that you're restricting the flow going into the cylinder, or you can do it as a meter out. That means that you're restricting the flow coming out of the cylinder. So it's depending on which way you want to design your hydraulic circuit, you know. So that is the style with the check valve. The one without the check valve is the same exact valve. The only thing, it does not have the check valve on top, and then it restricts the flow in both directions. That's pretty much the difference. The valves, they're going to look the same. It's just the same setup. It's the same valve. The only difference is one inside has a check valve and the other one does not. So for pressure rating of these valves, we have 5,000 psi, and then we have different sizes of the valves as well, and different connection. The first connection is the NPT. The NPT goes up to 1.25, and it goes from 5 GPM up to 70 GPM. The 5 GPM is a 1/4. And then you have the SAE version, exact same valve, it's just a different connection. It starts with a 5 GPM on a SAE 4, and we have a higher flow. We have a one bigger for 100 GPM on a SAE 24. So that is with the check valve, and I mean without the check valve, and then we have the same thing with the check valve. So that's pretty much it. That's the information for this type of valves. Here's website and email, and that is the video for today. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.